Representatives allege the president knew of and benefited from the alleged improper business dealings of his son Hunter Biden, who's facing criminal charges. The White House says the investigation is a political stunt designed to hurt the president's re-election bid. Well, earlier Hunter Biden held an impromptu press conference on the steps of the Capitol, calling the probe into his father absurd and shameless. In Washington, D.C. for us is our North America editor, Sarah Smith. Sarah.
Hunter Biden came to Capitol Hill to speak out, just not to the committee waiting to interview him.
For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here.
He's refusing to give evidence behind closed doors, instead denouncing the inquiry into him and his father as a political stunt.
And they have taken the light of my dad's love, for me, and presented it as darkness.
Republicans will not give up in their quest to grill Biden Jr. about his business dealings, and specifically whether his father profited from them.
We have specific questions for the president's son. He does not get to dictate the terms of this subpoena.
This House committee has already gathered thousands of documents, including bank statements, claiming they showed payments to President Biden that were linked to Hunter's business activity in China. Turns out that was just repayment for a car loan. They believe launching an impeachment inquiry would allow them to seek more evidence.
Mr. Biden's counsel and the White House have both argued that the reason he couldn't come for a deposition was because there wasn't a formal vote for an impeachment inquiry. Well, that's going to happen in a few hours. We think it's going to pass.
Hunter Biden is also accused of trading on his father's name when he was vice president. And all Republicans want for Christmas is evidence that proves corruption. Democrats, though, argue this is just a desperate attempt to try and find something, anything, to pin on President Biden.
The Biden impeachment investigation isn't a whodunit, it's a what is it? It's like an Agatha Christie novel where the mystery is what's the crime?
With a presidential election looming, Republicans hope at least a whiff of possible corruption will stick to what they like to call the Biden crime family. Hunter is facing criminal charges for illegally possessing a firearm and tax evasion.
And it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit.
While Donald Trump is selling pieces of the clothing he wore when he was indicted for election interference in Georgia.
It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot.
You could call it his lawsuit. Trump's legal problems are much more serious than anything the Bidens are accused of. He's facing 4 criminal trials, but they've not yet dented his electoral appeal. The House of Representatives will vote very shortly on whether to authorise a formal impeachment inquiry, but that doesn't mean they're ready to bring charges against President Biden for any kind of wrongdoing. It merely means they will redouble their efforts to try to find something to charge him with. And also, Republicans here say they now want to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress because he is refusing to answer their questions behind closed doors and saying any evidence he gives must be done so in a public hearing.
So there you have it, y'all. This to me, this is going to be an interesting election next year. Because they really starting early as of right now. Trying to impeach, Joe Biden, because of his son, Hunter Biden. So it's starting to warm up here, in the White House right now. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I'm starting to you, Ronnie. Do you feel it's the Republicans in the House Representative? Do you feel like they're going too far, trying to, get more evidence on this Joe Biden's son by trying to impeach Joe Biden?
No, I think that what they're doing is actually. I have not been focusing too much on the aspect of the political game. My political intake, man. I need to do more research on what's actually going on in the White House. I kind of know what's going on in the White House because pretty much the situation how they handling the funds right now. So I think right now, the Republican how they trying to enforce an impeachment on Joe Biden, I think it's a good idea because to me right now he's not really doing nothing for the country at all. So if them using the Hunter Biden situation pretty much as a scapegoat because they know it's deeper issue on why they trying to impeach Joe Biden. It's because the simple fact is the Republican and also the Democrat as well. They see that Biden's not he's not capable of running the country. He's just not focused enough. He's doing things that doesn't make any sense. He made too many promises that he cannot keep. He failed the American people. So right now, I think right now, well, probably after the holidays, just get him out of there. Yeah, let Kamala Harris run the White House for a couple of months before they give it to Trump. So it just they he failed as president. He really did fail. He really didn't really do no look for the American people. Now Hunter Biden in the case, there's been videos. I remember back then when I did was looking more into the political game. Uh, Hunter Biden was doing a lot of stuff, corruption in the White House, allegedly. Him snorting the white. If you catch my drift. So that's not me. That's not me making things up. That's literally been reported. That's one. Two, they say he also was doing a lot of legal stuff when it comes to the aspect of quote unquote prostitution, and also and him using the funds to pretty much control his habits. Now his father Biden was trying to hide it, but you can't hide stuff like that. You can't, especially when you're in the political game. Nah, stuff like that is going to get pretty much get exploded. And not only that, and also him doing illegal trade with China, allegedly. So all those things plays a good part. So I would say Joe got too many things going on. His birthday just recently passed, so he don't have the capability of running the country. But I just want to hear you guys' intake on that as well. Go ahead, Ike.
So first, we have to think that, excuse me, that all these politicians are not to be trusted, no matter who they is. Some have good points, some have. Everybody got some dirt on their hand. No matter where you go, no matter what part of the country or the world, there's always going to be some corruption. America ain't no different. This in a particular, it lets you know what money and power brings you. You can mess up in public and still be okay with the type of power they got. It's been documented he's a crackhead. It's been documented he took drugs. It's been documented he had a pistol. He ain't even go to jail. He's walking around living his life. Knowing that me and you get caught with a pistol, it's automatic felony. We doing time. Especially in Florida. So you can see privilege in right in front of your face. And you know the worlds are too different for different people.
Yeah, that's true. With this situation, yo, the Republicans are really, really trying their best to say, hey, we need to get Joe Biden out immediately. Just like when Donald Trump was in office and they impeached him, not but once but twice. I feel like in the state of the White House, you know, with the Democrats and Republicans, to me, they're doing they're doing the extreme of trying to, you know, really get at both of each of the parties and everything. Because I don't maybe I don't remember, but I remember they doing this, you know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you know, with Bill Clinton, with Barack, with George W. Bush. I haven't seen this, but yeah, with this situation, yeah, the Republicans are trying their best to get Joe Biden out of office, if any means necessary, before the presidential debate start next year. And and what that is, it's like, you know, they gonna try their best, but the thing is, it's like I don't know what type of information they gonna get, you know, from a son situation and how they gonna get, you know, I know they're gonna try their best. If they're gonna be petty with it, they're gonna be extremely petty with it, because that's how it is in the White House right now. These people, like I said, I keep saying, they were not to be trusted. They will be petty, and they could find some way how to bend the rules some way and put it on the table. Hey, let's use this information. We can probably make a stick, even though they might not stick. They're gonna find a way to see if they can make a stick. Just like that's how the Democrats they fought from not Democrats, not just for the White House, but in states, in the state of Georgia and New York City, they try not to have Donald Trump to be president. They trying to charge him as many ways that they can. I remember New York, if they can find a way, they're trying to get New York or Georgia. If they can find some way, Puerto Rico charge to get Donald Trump, find any type of evidence and put it down on, they will try to do that. It just shows you how how dirty and grimy the White House is. They are dirty, they are filthy, they don't care. It's kind of like being criminals in a way. It's criminals in the White House. And it's just, to me, it's just sad to see, but that's how it is in our government, yo. This is how it is.
No, but we live in a time and age that is different. I think this time around, I think they like with Trump, it was more of a distraction because they were trying their hardest to get. Because everybody was like, y'all tried to impeach this man twice, it still didn't work. So this one here, I think you have both parties that's kind of in agreements. They do want Biden out. That's what I'm saying. It's different from Trump. Trump, it was still like kind of divided. That's why I knew he wasn't gonna go anywhere. But this time, you have Republican and Democrat really want Biden out. They don't want to. They don't want to see Biden run until all the way to November of next year. They want him out, and I agree with them. He should be out. That was saying he don't have the capability. That was saying when the people voted him as president, I was like, American people failed. That we messed up. We did everything pretty much emotionally without thinking logically, and I think that's what happened. What's going on? What's going on, Muhammad? Welcome. Yeah. So I think this time around, I think this going to really trying to get the American people attention. Say, hey, this time when we vote, we have to vote correctly and not just vote based on our emotion.
And I believe that too, right? Because I believe this year a lot of Americans, black from any race, they really gonna vote about not with their emotion, but they're gonna be very logical what they do. Because that's how what happened with the last election, with the Black Lives Matter movement with the George Floyd. Everybody was just emotionally raised of what's going on with this country, and it kind of made Joe Biden is the good guy and Trump is the bad guy. He don't do this, he don't do that, and they see how Joe Biden has been in the White House, and to see how that's a horrific job he was doing, and not really helping America. The inflation hit the last couple of years, and Americans are hurting with that. Getting involved with the Ukraine situation, keep sending him billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. I believe 2 weeks ago he sent like 200 mil back to you. No, a couple days ago. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find it.